Hey guys, how are you doing? Welcome to the newest Hive Humpday Hangout. A month after the last official one, we have finally restarted, rebooted the show. I am in the new office at the moment, so I don't have my headphones. I'm on my with my earplugs, so I hope that there will be no issues with that. I had some issues before, but I hope that with this one it will be okay. So, sorry about this long break. As I was moving, I was sick. It was complicated. I don't know where I was at all, but we are back. And actually, very soon, I think in a day or two, it will be 1 year of running this show. It is a show number 30, which means that I missed how many weeks? 22, 23, something like that. But in the meantime, we had some unofficial shows and talks. So I will try to create maybe some kind of birthday party show next week. Maybe some giveaways or gifts or something like that, rewards. We will see how it goes. But today, let's focus on the new topic for today. Foxcoit is asking, can we see this office? It's not ready 100%. I will post some pictures on Hive when I finally finish it and as I want it to be. Yes, Duskobagdi, I forgot how to do it a month, not a little. So, welcome Duskobagdi, welcome Foxcoit, Jeza, Melinda, Quackery and Ralph. Today's topic is how important is Hive for you, and that's the question for today. And that question was actually inspired by Incublus's post from a couple of days ago when he was writing how Discord is banned in Turkey. And that's actually isn't the first time that some app or website is banned in some of the countries. It happens all around the world. And before it was like people from Western developed countries always saying like, yeah, that is happening in communist countries like China and Vietnam and Korea and stuff like that, and countries like that. But it's happening more and more all around the globe, which is kind of alarming. But on the other side, it's kind of a good sign, as it means that something is happening, that ordinary people are having some kind of power to mess things up. So it's not everything that control as somebody would like to be, and we have to nurture these alternatives, and crypto is definitely one of the alternative ways to survive and thrive and grow in modern days. And in the comment section of the post, actually I saw many of interesting comments, like people comparing majority and minority of people, as we are maybe just a small chunk. I don't know how percentage are people who are involved in the crypto. It's probably around 1%, 2%, or even less. So we are those pioneers that we have to pave the road for others, and that's why it's important to share these things. So to share how important is Hive for you, how important is cryptocurrency for you. Did it open something new for you, some new gates or some new doors, and did it help you to grow, to learn something new? And if we share these things, then we can show to others that it's not all about the price of crypto, it's not all about speculation, and it's not all about earning money fast in a day too, or buying a meme coin today to earn tomorrow double or stuff like that. It's more than that, and to show people that it's really something behind all of this. So that was the general idea for the show, and I would really like to hear what do you guys think about that. how Hive changed your life, if it changed you. I found some comments like people were saying it didn't change a lot for me. I'm just commenting and posting here, so it didn't change it. So maybe it didn't financially change it, but you are engaging with other people, so you are actually changed your routine. Instead of doing something else, you are here hanging out with others and engaging. So it changed things. Even when you think it's not, it didn't, it is. You are here in the audience. You came to talk about Hive, so that's already some change. Is it important? It's not important. I don't know, but you are spending time here instead of spending somewhere else. So I'm really thankful for that and grateful for you to coming to the show. And so it's like open space for everybody to jump on microphone or write it down in the chat. How important is Hive for you? And let's share our experiences. And I will just send greetings to Akim. Welcome Akim, welcome Quackery, and welcome Paloma. Others were here, I think, before. So who wants to jump on the microphone and share how important is Hive for you guys?
Yeah, hello everyone. Maybe I can start.
Hey, hi Quackery. How are you?
Yeah, first thing is I made my, I have to say the bad word, Steam account in 2017 because I saw a video of a YouTuber who was censored and yeah, used this scenario to open things for stuff like Steam. So, and then I was on fire and then made my account. But the hope that the media usage of Steam or now Hive could help for reducing censorship, yeah, it was not that big. So from my perspective, yeah, but Hive in general changed some things in my life, like I met cool people, yeah, like for example PH, you, and a lot of other people like Smoms and yada yada and Felix and I don't know. Yeah, and yeah, they're great friends of mine, so that is positive. And yeah, I learned not exclusively from Hive. I learned a lot about freedom or maybe the philosophy behind it. And that's, yeah, and Hive is one part of it.
Yeah, it's great that you are not the only one who mentioned the thing with the friends. So a couple of comments were about that exactly. So if there was no Hive, I would never meet you, for example, and you will never meet some other people. So that's already a huge change that just made in our lives.
Yeah, for sure. And then maybe it's like yeah, meeting brothers in mind, yeah, um, and sisters.
Yeah, and yeah, similar thinking people, and that's also important to say. Thanks for sharing. Thank you very much. Do you remember who was the guy whose video you were watching on YouTube, who actually onboarded you?
Uh, it's a little bit foggy, but it was a German dude who made like so small yeah, animated comic clips
Uh huh.
as
He's not active anymore.
No. Also, his Steam account is not active. A lot of like I don't know. People or influencer who made not mainstream content. Yeah, they during the crypto winter there was a huge hype, and also in Germany, and a lot of them made accounts, for example, um, um, because they want to use DTube. Yeah, maybe some of you
Oh,
remember DTube.
I remember the moment it was December of 2018, 19 or something like that when YouTube accidentally, or they said that accidentally, banned a couple of crypto accounts, crypto tubers, and then it was a lot of people who were coming to Hive and some other crypto blockchain based uh, social medias networks. So that was
Yeah,
maybe
and
the moment.
same was in like winter 2017, 18. Yeah, during the crypto winter. And also political influencer and stuff like that. Yeah, but a lot of them left Steam/Hive because my guess is that especially DTube was not user friendly. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you don't have a huge platform like YouTube and Twitter or now X, and yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to build your followers and to build the community around you when you are one of the small group, and it's easier to get numbers go up on YouTube. But as I said many times, engagement is completely different. So in YouTube, maybe you have numbers, but maybe you have thousands and thousands of people, but you have just a couple of comments. And on
Mhm.
Hive, you can have much less people, but more involved. So it's actually it can be viewed from different ways. But it was nice to see the Hive being like a shelter for the people in need when when there is a problem. They came to Hive, so that's Steam back then, but that's the thing.
Yeah, and the YouTuber who onboarded me, he said something like companies like Facebook and Google, they make money through us, and Steam or no Hive is more something like everyone is a shareholder of the platform. Yeah.
Yeah,
And I like that thought.
yeah, me too. Thanks for sharing. Let's go back to the chat. I said that Foxcoit was writing something. If you ask it from me soon, then Hive very important. It helps to be better mode in the crypto market when times are tight, when I can use nothing big, then small posts give me something to use. And at the same time, it helps me to go out for a walk because I have to find pictures even if it's raining. That's a great thing. I was in a one
Hi,
part of my
I'm
first.
listening to a podcast, to a show. Sorry
Hey,
about that. Can't do everything.
hey, Akim, can you just mute yourself? I see that you're talking with somebody else. As that thought that Foxcoit said about making him to go out for a walk, that actually was one of the reasons when I was creating an Activate post, and it really helped me to go out and to walk and to be physically more active. So that was a nice benefit of using Activate in those moments. Many do not know that a fresh rainy day refreshes the mind and the spirit. Oh, it's nice to have a fresh rainy day, but not a very rainy day. And lasting being in Hive, I feel that I have value. Nice. That's really nice. Thanks for sharing. Okay.
If I may.
Hey, Jeza.
Hey, how's it
How are
going?
you?
I'm doing good. It's 10 a.m. here in El Salvador.
Oh, good
I
morning.
recently
Good
moved.
morning to you.
Yeah, thank you. And yeah, I just want to put my 2 cents on the discussion.
Okay.
Um, I think I would say that also got me a little bit back more into creating content. I never was really about creating content for people. It was more for my own self. Kind of like I took my blogging. I've been blogging since 2003, maybe earlier. But early on, I noticed that yeah, I wouldn't blog for people. Like I wasn't gonna create content for people. It was more like I'm gonna use blogging as my semi-public
Diary.
diary, and, and just yeah, write things that will interest me maybe later on, or just having actually a log, basically a recon on what I've been doing with my time lately. So maybe in the future I will read back and will be like, oh yeah, I was into that back then, or this was a big thing back then, or who knew this path will lead me to whatever I'm at. So it was pretty much for my own self. And the discipline of writing also it's not an easy thing to do. Like you don't always have the time, or you might want to write something and not have the time, and the other times will have a lot of time and not have any idea what to write, and that usually happens, I think, for more than one person.
Yeah,
Um,
for
so
everyone
the impact of
probably.
Hive, it was probably, well, after a couple accidents with my blog, I always wanted to have it. I want to have it self-hosted and own my data. The promise of having it on a blockchain kind of like maybe a little bit more relief, because I as well lost my data when my server was got canceled because I forgot to pay or whatever. Different issues that dropped my website and lost my database. So those things, I basically said, okay, now we're a blockchain. I don't really need to maintain the data myself. It gave me a little peace of mind. Unfortunately, I never was able to merge my old data with the blockchain. I always tried or thought like maybe because Hive doesn't really have a feature, or at least I don't know if there's a feature to backdate a post. Like if I want to migrate a post from 2004, I don't think I can have it on Hive. But
Yeah,
at least my content from now on, it will be a little bit more permanent, and I don't have to maintain the MySQL database or do backups or all that stuff.
I know
So
many people are doing the similar thing to doing a diary. I think that Paloma actually has a series of her diaries where she is posting. It's a nice thing, and some people are really like to read those posts. So it has an audience. People like to read others' diaries. But you also mentioned something important like being creating a routine or habit of, of consistency of content creation. I don't know. I I was creating content every single day before, but then I started like every second day, every third day. It's not an easy job because it just became a job. That's probably why I didn't like it anymore. That's then I started to create when I want to create. But again, the consistency is important, not just in content creation, but in everything that we are doing. So it's again one change. Maybe it's important, maybe it's not that important for life that it actually can be learned from Hive, for blogging on Hive.
yeah, right now I use Hive more for brownie points. Like when I'm in the Web3 community, I can say like, "Hey, I'm doing more Web3 stuff than you guys because I blog." Now it's all Web3, and I'm on spaces like DBoss instead of being on Twitter and such. So yeah, it's a little bit more like just to show off, I guess.
Well, it's it's showing by example. So you are selling yourself. You are selling your platform. You are not lying to anyone. You are not working for anyone. I was joking for some on one of the comments, like we are working for the same boss, but we are working for the same purpose. I would say, not the person, not the boss. Okay, thank you for sharing that. That was really nice. If somebody else wants to share, what are you chatting? Real estate in El Salvador. And Paloma says, I'm so surprised by how others are interested in reading my brain drums. Yeah, they are reading your posts. It's always nice to see.
Hello.
Hi, Paloma. How are
Hello.
you?
Well, I want to. I start with my comment. Yes. I start with my blog daily blog. Mm. Because I begin with my ActiveFit reports, and then with the time I was amplifying my post and the um, the subjects I write. And sometimes I just talk about my day, what happens, and other days is more thoughtful post. And in one case, another case, always I have a good number of comments. I'm happy for that. I'm very surprised because, some days I can say I'm with a bad mood, and the people give me a very, very good feedback. They support me. They share their thoughts, their experience, and it's always an opportunity to learn, to help, to be helped. And I think this is fantastic, and the main magic of Hive, the support others to others.
Yeah, it's usually, as you said, you just simple diary posts are helping you in everyday living, because you are getting a feedback on that. So you people helping you and helping others. So that's amazing. Just from a simple diary post,
Yes,
it can grow like that. And it's
absolutely.
and the ActiveFit posts, it's really interesting how they are perfect for people who are starting on Hive, because it can be easy. It can give you just a couple of sentences that you write, where do you walk or whatever you did, and then you just grow it and grow it. And after a while, I suppose that a lot of people did that. I did that. That after a while, just you start opening more and more things, as you said, not just describing your day, but describing your thoughts and your views about certain things. And that's additional value and additional level of deepness, that from which people can learn and I don't know, get more value.
Yes, I agree.
That's amazing.
Um, Hive has helped me to have a main goal to work for every day. I jumped from the bed every morning with some tasks to complete and to do, and this is very motivational. And I came here to Hive in a bad phase, phase
Uh-huh.
of
Yeah.
my life. And uh, I have a little depressed. And thanks to Hive, I went out from me and me, and I'm open to others, and you, and you, and you. And this is open mind. I know experience from all over the world, and my first world problems are ridicule comparing to others. So I am happy. I feel good many times that before I know Hive, I could experiment it in other mood. It's difficult to explain for me. I with my perdón.
Say it in Spanish if you want. I will translate it.
Ah, sí, que quiero decir que antes me daba mal por tonterías, que ahora me doy cuenta de que son ridículas y que tengo mucha suerte de vivir donde vivo, de tener a la gente que tengo y de vivir la vida que vivo, y esto me lo ha regalado Hive y la gente que compone Hive.
I would agree with that. So it's Paloma said exactly what I also sometimes I was stressing about some stupid things, and just in one moment I was thinking, so what am I doing? Why I'm nervous? Why I'm stressing? It's just stupid small things that people have so bigger things that to worry about, and I'm worried about some stupid thing that doesn't deserve my time, doesn't deserve my stress. And in that time I can use that time much more useful, and helping somebody else to go outside from some serious problems, and not by this small thing that we have. So I really agree with you with that.
Yes, absolutely. But well, and for the finish, I feel like Foscoit. I feel that I have value. I know. I told him we all have value in Hive and out of Hive, but it's important to have feedback from time to time. And in Hive, that feedback is almost daily. And well, our value is most important when we help others, not when we are only for the financial lado financiero. It's important the financial. We need money to have a life, to pay the bills, but in our country, we can to live only with our Hive recompensas. Recompensas.
Yeah, the value that you are getting from Post, it's not enough to survive with that. So,
yes,
like in
yes.
some other countries.
This financial site is it's an extra to me.
Yeah. I would just add think that money can fulfill your stomach, but it will not fulfill your soul. So that's, I think that the thing that you are doing this to-do list, I was doing also this to-do list every single day. It looks like a work, it looks like a job, but in the end of the day, when somebody comments and replies and said that you helped him, or he helped you, or she, whatever, that's something that's valuable much more than anything else. So you can do some work for money every single day, all your life, but helping some others and making a change, not just in your life, not just in the life of your family, but your friends, and somebody else on the other side of the globe, that's something that's really, really fulfilling. Thank you for sharing.
Yes. Thank you for hearing me.
I think that's easiest way to go out from negativity and depression is actually to help some other people. So that's really that's one of the things that Hive, it's a great tool to do that, in my opinion, of course. Oh, I will just read. Ralph, yeah, I agree with the level of support. Have read posts where people just write about their bad day and people write positive comments. Yeah, that happens a lot. Some of us might not have people in real life to share their stories, and Hive provides the outlet of engagement. That's also a huge thing. So you have a lot of people who are lonely, who don't have anyone, that don't have family or friends, and they come online and then when they plug into the community, it's they just overwhelmed by the support, by having other person to listen or listen other person. Welcome, Jim. We are not talking about money that much today, more about the importance of Hive in our lives. That's the topic. How important is Hive for you? We had some nice shares. If somebody wants to share, you can come on microphone and share, or you can write it in the chat. It's always nice to hear some stories, how Hive changed your life, your daily routine, or brought some benefits to your life. Foxconn have in bank 1.40 euros. Is this okay? Well, if it's okay for you, it's okay. Why would you have it in bank? Best thing would be without any bank account. Jim will retire on that. Okay, somebody else wants to share? I went through the chat. Akim was talking with somebody else, not with us. But happy to hear that he's listening. One of the comments on the post that I have created was, there were some interesting comments, and I think my Path to Fire said that Hive is a way to get out from fiat. So that's also one of the purposes, one of the things that it brings. And Jose Dicus actually wrote a nice comment. It was more about, in general, about crypto, how as government pushes more things on people and trying to, I don't know how to explain it, trying to make our lives harder by raising taxes and stuff like that, raising prices and not raising salaries. It actually helps crypto in adoption. Every time that something politicians do some stupid things, it is 1 point more for crypto adoption. And the thing is that all these years they were just trying to stop Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, and that's just impossible to do it. So it can't be stopped. And they tried to stop some technology things in the past, and it never happened. So and it was a nice comment by Amy too. But before talking about it, let me just check out how you are talking about real estate. So Amy wrote a comment about 3 things that changed her life when she started to use Hive. One of the things was like Hive improved her writing skills. Actually, all 3 things that she said, and I can agree 100% with that. So first, improving writing skills, and it improved my writing skills, and it improved my English. So I had a bad English. I still don't have a perfect one, but I can talk at least. I couldn't talk maybe 2-3 years ago, so it was nice to learn by writing. So second thing was making friends. That's actually what Quackery mentioned too. So that's something that without Hive I would never knew people that I know today that I met through Hive. So that's already a huge bonus. And some of these people that I met some of them more than one, twice, 3 times in the real life, and they are like friends for life. They are not just online friends. They are not just crypto friends. They are not just hello friends. That they are real friends. So that's something that I'm really thankful for Hive. That's a huge change that I got by using Hive. And the third thing was a passive income source, and also that what Paloma shared. Maybe it's not enough to live from Hive in some Western European countries or more developed countries, but it is some kind of bonus that you have. So maybe yesterday you couldn't buy a coffee, but today you can buy a coffee. So why that's one coffee more. You can buy a chocolate for somebody else. So that's already something. So it's not just writing on a Facebook or YouTube or somewhere else where you will not get a coffee. So it's a difference. So I completely agree with Amy on that. Okay, so you are talking about real estate in chat. It's a boring topic that I started, that I brought today. Okay, so
No, actually, I want to say something. Yeah, something funny about it. So, growing up, one of the least exciting subjects that I had going in high school and junior high was literature, which actually now I was in a high space in Spanish, and some guy was talking about how to be more engaging. And when he was explaining it, out of my corner of my mind, it kind of start this pain, start becoming more and more apparent in my head. And then it was the memory of like, oh God, I think I know what he's talking about. And it's this like long drawing homework that I had to do because I had to do what is called literature of not framework, but literature. I forgot the name, but it was basically exactly that: drawing the plot, the characters, the features, and the storyline. And I remember being bored out of my mind trying to do that back in junior high. And I think like he was talking about doing the same thing when writing um, an article or a post in Hive because of storytelling, like adopting storytelling to your message so it can, make it more engaging. And yeah, that was real. That was real. That was like, oh my god, this boring things that I was used to do. I have to do them again, and I was like, I just felt the fear. Yeah.
it's it's different. We are changing. We are not the same person that we were yesterday and even and 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 20 years ago. We are completely different persons. I remember also that I didn't like those things to write uh, on the to write a post in a high school. I hated that. And I was telling this story many times when I started with my website that I had before the blockchain, and I was paying people to write a post for my blogs. So it was crazy, but now I really like it because it's really, I don't know, it's important sometimes the message is so important that you have to write it. If you don't do it, somebody else maybe will not do it. So you have to put it out there. And if it can help to somebody, you have to do the work and do it, as it's
Yeah,
pure.
it's correct. What you're saying is correct. The problem is that sometimes you're so eager of communicating your message that it comes out so unappealing because you lack context. So whatever is going on in your mind looks like, okay, in this context, the message is like the big answer to all questions.
Yeah.
And when you just said the answer without the question, it's like, okay, lack of context. And yeah, people are like, I have no comments on what you're trying to say,
Yeah.
So,
So, sometimes it's clear in our head, but it's not clear when you write it down. So it's not understandable for others. I know that. I know when my wife starts to talk something just suddenly, and then I whoa, stop and tell me what was before that saying in your head, and just to know the context. It's the same thing with what you said. So you have a good idea, you have an answer to the questions, but you didn't write down the questions, so, and just confusing others. Okay, now so thank you, Jason. Let me just check it. Jim said, yeah, I've made some good friends on Hive. I enjoy hanging out with people who are into crypto, and we teach each other a lot. Yeah, because in crypto you don't have these, you have these experts that are not experts, that are just normal people like you and me. And there is no way that you can learn it from a book, from somebody who, I don't know, graduated on crypto. So you can always learn from each other. So that's the real beauty. And then you all are growing in knowledge about it. You mentioned crypto to normals, and they look at you like it's a scam, or they don't understand what the fuck you are talking about. Yeah, that happens to everybody probably who is in crypto. But sometimes I just quit. I don't want to understand, because sometimes they are just not prepared to understand the message. So there is no point of trying to push it. They just have to, I don't know how to say it. They have to get their time for it. It was like for the Bitcoin. So if you bought a Bitcoin like 10 years ago, you will be great, but 10 years ago everybody would say you are an idiot for buying it. And those people from 10 years ago, maybe today they are thinking differently. I was some of them that I said, I will never buy crypto again. I will never go back to crypto. I was in 2013 buying my first Bitcoin. Then I sold it because it went down, and I said I will never come back to crypto. And I came back to in 2017 again. So I didn't last too much without it. So it's not, sometimes it's not just the right time for some people. They have to see everybody else winning, and then they will join it. But that's a normal thing to see. Jim said, people ask me about tokenization, liquidity pools, smart contracts, trading. I've learned this all because of Hive. 4 years ago, I didn't know what the chart was. Yeah. Agree. Good evening, my path to fire. Our topic is how important is Hive for you, but you know the topic because you commented on the announcement post. I will not say what I will see in 2017. I don't know what you saw in 2017, folks. And most of what you learn is from other people. Yes, indeed. It's most of the time what you learn from other people. And some information that you can get on Hive. I sometimes the guys who are writing some news posts or stuff like that, you would never find that kind of news anywhere else. So that's also a nice way to use Hive. Have a great dinner, Jim. Thanks for joining. Thanks for sharing your thoughts in chat. It was a pleasure reading it and sharing with others. Akim says, Hive is a place where you can build amazing stuff. Yes, indeed. There's so much potential, but people maybe are not ready to embrace it. But already we have some great projects, and of course great people who are using the platform in a way that looks like uh, like something unserious. What Jeza said in Paloma, like sharing a diary. But even like that, you're changing things. You're changing lives. You're helping others. That's always great to see. How important is Hive for you? I'm now thinking in loud on that question. I have a to-do list like Paloma mentioned. It has just simple 1, 5, 6, 8 checks, 8 tasks. From those 8 tasks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of 8 is actually connected with Hive. 2 are connected with some other cryptocurrencies. So that shows how it's important Hive. I start the day like opening that file and starting to checking out those tasks. Something with engagement, something with games on Hive, others with liquidity pools, DeFi, and so many different things that we have on Hive. We are not even aware how big it is. Maybe I can share another change, for example, as doing these reading posts from others and learning things from others that helped me a lot. Even if the stuff is not on Hive was a trigger that made me think and yeah, trying to do a research about different things, not just on Hive but outside of Hive. And then you realize these huge things that you just can't win a rigged game, that you have to do some things differently, that it's not easy to win. That was some commercial for Nike, I think. It's not easy to win. It was something else. It's not easy. It's not comfortable to win. It's not comfortable winning. Which means that you have to go outside of the comfort zone to find something new and to do something uncomfortable for you, to do it differently, to win. And Hive helped me a lot in that. I would never imagine that I would do things that I'm currently doing. I'm recording videos when I'm walking. I'm doing a show in Discord about Hive, and all that in English. So I couldn't create a sentence 4 or 5 years ago in English to write it down and not to speak. So that's already a huge difference. Even if you not have money and you want very help, someone they help him to use Hive, and soon he or she has some money to fix things, says Foxcoit. Yeah, that's the story about the fisherman. So and the fish. So you are not giving somebody fish, you give them a fishing rod. You teach them to fish, teach them fishing. But the word fishing is never a good one for me. I can't use it. I don't know how to use it. But you understand the point. So it's not the thing that I tip to somebody and to try it directly. I know that you can help others by doing that. But in the long run, if you show the path, if you show the way to somebody, how can they change their lives to help themselves, that's a huge bonus. That person is much more grateful for doing that in the end. Like Kim said, a great thing about Hive is that you can support people without giving away money. The more you grow your account, the more you can help people. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Okay, guys, somebody else wants to share something? We have a couple of minutes more, so you can share something if you want in chat, on mic.
Hello.
Hi, Ralph. How are you?
Hi from my hollow room again.
It's late at night at your place.
Yes, I realized that I actually wrote something similar on this topic as well. You probably have read. I think it's actually very similar to what most people have said. For me, it's really about practicing my writing and really about learning new stuff about those. I realized that it's very hard to learn crypto stuff online because most of the things you see, let's say on YouTube or on Twitter, is just people promoting meme coins. Whereas on Hive, I think there is really more sharing about how like blockchain works, how games like Splinterlands, how do they work, and how do all these platforms actually uh, work in real life, and how do we link all these things like social network and stuff like that. So it's really a very different experience for me, something very new and something that I'm always learning things every day. Yeah. But I guess one thing about Hive is that I probably sleep a lot lesser ever since I'm on Hive. Yeah.
There are content from everyone, anyone. So that's also important. So for example, for you, it's you are searching for content for about cryptocurrency, about blockchain and stuff like that. But others can find posts what they are interested in. So that's a real beauty of communities, which people forget that we didn't have communities back then. So 4 years ago, on this blockchain. So and they made a huge difference as everybody has a content, a topic for a niche for themselves, and that's a great thing.
Yeah, I realized that actually when during my first 1 or 2 years, I didn't realize that there was the travel community, and it was until a bit later where I start seeing all the travel posts. I actually quite enjoy reading them because I mean I'm not able to travel to so many places in the world to see everything, and it helps when there are people sharing so many photos and so many pictures on all these different places in the world, and I think it's a very nice, like, after work you just want to relax, then you just take a look at all these beautiful pictures, be it like animals or mountains, yeah, or oceans and stuff like that.
I remember that you mentioned that some of your posts or comments that it was like a life saving for people in the lockdowns, as you couldn't go
Yes,
out
yes,
there,
that's right.
and people would creating content where they were before with the photos, with sharing stuff. So we could travel even in those days where we could leave our home. So that was a huge bonus for us and Hive.
Yeah, so I really enjoy reading those posts. So like I think you said, like we each have our own like more favorite communities that we would read more and would subscribe to.
Yeah, it's always great to see some new communities, and there is always place for others. I know that people sometimes says, "Oh, there is already a community about cars. I don't want to create it." So create something similar, some maybe a more specific niche around it, and it doesn't matter if maybe you will do a better job than the previous admin of the previous community. There is space for everybody, and actually the competition is good. So we need more engagement, and those who are creating the most engagement, they will survive probably, because that's the real value, the engagement behind it. Thank you very much for sharing. It's nice to hear different views. That's why we are here, to hear different views. Okay, guys, somebody else wants to share? We can always push a couple of minutes more if you want to share. If not, we can finish the show. We can have a small or short after show after it. I decided to, you know that I'm recording these shows which has these topics and niche, because they are really, really valuable things that you guys are sharing that can help others. That's the main point of recording the shows. And I know that a couple of people are always waiting for these recordings, as they just can't manage to get live here in Discord, because it is already late at night, or they are working, or something else. So guys, thank you for joining. Thanks once again to Scubagada, Foxcoy, Jeza, Melinda, My Patafire, Paloma, Quackery, and Ralph. Thanks for joining the show. It was awesome to have you. And as usual, if you would like to support me, the easiest way to do it is to follow the account and vote for Layotes High Witness. We have a High Witness. Layotes is, I'm co-owner of that project. And special thanks goes to Melinda and Good Karma for providing this space for the show. It's always nice to have you guys here in the Eastern Sea Discord. And thanks everyone for making this show awesome. With all your sharing on microphone, in chat, everything is valuable. Thank you very much. And that will be all for today. Thanks, and see you next Wednesday. We will see. I will try to do some kind of birthday party show or something similar. I will see what happens. See you next Wednesday. Bye bye.